So, okay, let's take a look at some charts here. First of all, the SPY, we've got the pre-market candle burning here, and it looks like the bulls they're just itching to go higher. Follow the trend, follow price. Just be very cautious when that trend and that bullish price stops. That's all. You can't argue with the trend. I'm a true believer looking at the trend and trading the trend. I love trading the trend with little dips to the back, little dips to the backside, tiny dips, not big ones. And so main thing is let's watch price. Okay, I've got a couple charts here under $30. I get people that ask me all the time, can we look for charts that's not so expensive? And I just want to remind everybody, if you're looking for solid trending charts, I'm not saying they're all on that expensive side. Expensive, say, above $65, okay? They're not all there, but the majority are. And that's something we just have to get used to. It is what it is. But there are stocks that I think are working out that have nice chart patterns. And what I did is I ran some scans and I just used under $30. So here's a $23 stock. It's ARCE. We've got a nice trend here moving up. We can see the Trendicator, how it's working. Let's do this. There we go. The J-hook continuation pattern is alive here. I'm going to go right to that. And then there's that J-hook continuation pattern. So what the J-hook continuation pattern is when it breaks out and then we show that it can hold that breakout, which it has not done that yet. But right now the chart looks great. So when it proves it can hold, then what we're looking for is a little continuation, something like that. So as it moves up, we have to be concerned about a little bit of resistance. Here's another thing that I think would be a good note to take going into next year is that if you're trading charts that have been down, not trending up to new highs or testing the most recent highs, looking at a breakout, if this is what you're trading here, you're always going to have resistance. I mean, this is just something you have to accept. There's always going to be resistance on the left side. So it's important to keep an eye on that. Now, while resistance doesn't spook me at all, because if stocks never broke out of resistance, well, we just wouldn't have a stock market. So I think resistance it's good. It's challenging, but it's good. And what we want to do here is we want to work for our entry, and I'm not going to talk about the entry here because everybody has your own entry. If you need help with that, in the trading room during live trading is the best time to ask about that. So once this is entered, we're going to look at taking profits maybe on the way up. I just adjusted this to down here. And I'm going to put another line right there. There we go. Okay, I'm happy now. One more and then I'll be happy. And we're just going to put target areas where price has had an argument with itself, where the sellers and the buyers have had a bit of an argument, like right here, a bit of an argument, right here, a bit of an argument. And that's what we're going to look for target areas, not that there's some magical target. So then what we're going to do is we're going to follow price as it moves up. Once it's entered, follow price. And as price gets to one of these areas, or this might be a good time to just forget about these areas. And I just tend to take some profits into strength. I think that is I think that's a swing trader's secret. Well, it's just a secret. So do with that secret what you like. Take profits into strength. You start seeing sellers stepping in. This is no time to be a hero. This is no time to get all pouty and, somebody said it was going to go to 29.87 here. Yeah, this is no time to get all pouty with that. This is a time to protect your money. Don't worry about making more. Don't be greedy. Take your money. Because if it pulls back, which that candle right there suggests it is going to pull back, there's nothing wrong with that. Except if you don't take your profits, it could easily pull back to where you bought it, and now you've just wasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days maybe. Wasted 8 days. You just saw a winning trade turn into a losing trade or break-even trade. Man, that's just a killer. And then what you can do is, here's another secret to successful traders. Wait for another buy signal, and then you can buy it again. Yes, you can buy a chart again that you bought 5 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 20 days ago, 25 days ago. Yes, that is a secret of successful traders. You get a chart that's working for you, why not keep trading it? Another chart I have here is GMRE. That's another one under 30 bucks. Here it is, 1745. We've got a nice little test of this top up here, challenge of the top, and it looks like we've broken out here. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna put a line right here. I like this candle. I like the fact this one, and this one hung above it. I like the fact it's the top of the body of this candle over here on November 5th. I like that. I like the rounded bottom that it's creating in here. I like the double bottom that it has right here. I like there it is, the low, the high, the higher low, the higher high, the higher low. This is doing all the right stuff, what we like to see in a chart. So there's a couple of ways that a person can look for targets if that's something you feel that you have to have. One way is to use this, let's do it this way. Here it is right here. You see the over here on the right, you see Fibonacci projection line, that little label pop up. That's something you can do. And you just take the low to the high, go back up, there's the low. Doesn't matter whether you put it here or put it here. And that gives you some fib projection lines if that's something you feel you have to have. And some traders do, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But it does give you some ideas maybe. Another thing that, if you're not... what's going on here? Let's cancel that. Let's cancel all this. If you're not into doing that, there's the old-fashioned, I call this the Missouri redneck way of doing it. You can come in here and look for these, just put a line, from where we started taking off to the high. And you can see that was pretty close. This one didn't quite make it. This one did make it. So I'm saying that's a pretty good line right there. So just simply put your line in there. Like I said, this is a very, I call it the Missouri redneck way of doing it. I live here for all Missourians, so don't beat me up. There's a target for you. It's a lame way to do it, but it's a type of a measured move. There's all kinds of ways. I look at this and I like this move right here. So I'll just take from this breakout and go to this top, and that represents about 13.5%. So right now we're zeroed right where the price closed. Well, why can't we go up another 13%? Just like that. And is there a need for any lines in here in the middle, any need at all? I mean, if there is, then put them in there, by all means. But if there's no need, then from that point, you trade price. Something else we want to do is just make sure long-term that it doesn't give you automatic resistant lines from the left. So I just clicked on a weekly chart here. Alrighty, SBS, I'll speed this up now. SBS, it looks like we've rallied up to the 200 period moving average. We've done nothing but consolidate. Looks like we're about ready to break out here. So a few nice targets on this might be 750. Just simply take those lows. There's that high. Looks like that makes sense to me. Come over here. There's another one. There's a couple of highs over here. High here. Makes sense. And we probably ought to run one right to the top. There we go. So there's some lines that might, make a difference in the chart as we're trading it. Now we just want to watch for that entry. You guys all know that there's a lot of people here love the 3/8 trap. You love breakouts, lots of ways to enter the chart. Always consider what the market is doing, and we can talk more about that here in the room. Okay, NVDA. Take a look at NVDA. That's a pretty chart. So NVIDIA has been pushing to the downside. You can see here we've broken out. Let's just move this line up. And I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to use this bullish candle. So I'm going to go with anything above 304.90 or 304.85. Anything above that, I'm going to look at this as a bullish chart. So what I'll be looking for, really kind of hoping for, is that we do have a little bit of pullback. That would be really, really nice for me because I'm not in it. And then what I would like is to see some buyers, a good reason for me to get in it. And there's nothing wrong with getting in this here either. I just see a good entry there as well. I would just prefer a little bit of a pullback. So NVIDIA is setting up, and it's pretty simple. Just, I'm looking at 335.72, a top up here. And again, you can put, fib lines on this if you want to find, if you need those targets. There's some targets there. Put in the measured move like I told you. There's lots of ways to figure out what a target is up here, or we keep saying target, and I really, really don't like that word because it's not a target. It's just a spot where price might go. A target makes it sound like let's buy it and let's hold out to that target. And what we want to do, if we're in it, is follow price, follow the trend, in the trend around the price. ON is another chart. Here's the pre-market candle, and that's just a beauty to me because I really want this to pull back, and I will be buying it. And when it pulls back and then gives me the opportunity. So yesterday, what kept me from buying it yesterday was it's been up a gap, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Another secret for swing traders is don't buy charts. It's been up 4 days in a row. There's too much of a probability of a pullback. Probability, by the way, doesn't mean 100%. Probability just means probability. And I'll wait for that. And if I miss it, I'll bet you I can find 30 other charts that are doing just what I wanted to do. So hopefully we get a little rest in here. Might not happen today. Might not happen today. Might be tomorrow. AMD, I think, is setting up. This is another one. The reason I didn't buy this yesterday is because we're green 1, 2, 3, 4 days. I can't do that. A bit of resistance right here. I'm not afraid of the resistance, but I'm not stupid either. I'm not afraid of big guys, but I'm not going to go punch them in the nose. So I'm going to patiently wait till it sets up for what I want. And if I miss it, that's okay, because I might get another chance in 3 days or a week. Microsoft also setting up here. Would love to see a little rest in Microsoft, even a little bit of a pullback. It's been up 1, 2, 3, 4 days. The reason I didn't buy it yesterday. So a little bit of rest, and I'll look for that entry. The key thing here, I think for my own trading, and I know for a lot of other traders, here's some charts that I think are pretty nice. Maybe we put them on a watch list and we wait for them to set up, like in a 3/8 trap, or just simply a pullback, or a slight rest and a breakout, those sort of things. Alrighty. Hey, I want to thank everybody again for being here. Here we are in the middle of this between Christmas and New Year's holiday. I know that you might want to be somewhere else, and I do appreciate you being here. And thanks for wanting to be here. Appreciate that. I do want to remind everybody the room will be open. However, there'll be no moderators Thursday and Friday. We get through the New Year's, we'll hit the new 2022 running, and I would really like to see everybody here then. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in just a few minutes when the market opens up. You guys take care.